Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete and certified high performance coach. A little bit later than I wanted today, but had the grandkids and we had to get them off to school. Homeschool, hybrid school. But here we're going to still talk about Motivation Matters podcast. How can clarity motivate us each day? Let me go back just a little bit to how I got so motivated. I was always motivated, but I always got stuck. And I found myself getting stuck in the muck because I had too much on my plate. I didn't know how to prioritize. I didn't know what clarity meant. And that's what I want to really help share with you is the clarity. Clarity. Okay, had a stroke almost 4 years ago. Had 49 days to sit and ponder. Well, actually, lay and ponder. And what it did was finally, after 50 years, slowed me down. Got me a chance. It gave me a chance to start the journey of clarity. Let me explain a little bit more. When you have time to think, process, and get off the merry-go-round of chaos, of consumption, of really not creating your life, but consuming others. Now, it wasn't that bad. I never really did much with TV. The average person watches 4 hours of TV a day. 4 times 7, that's 28 hours a week. What could you do with 28 hours? I'll tell you what I did. I got clear. I started on a path where I started journaling. Never done that before, consistently. I did it when I was always in dark places because they always said, hey, if you want to get out of the muck, the dark, and get into a better future of yourself, better hope, journal, gratitude journal, share what you're grateful for. There's a lot of truth to that, but you got to be consistent. And if you're not consistent, you're not gaining momentum, no, not gaining flow. So for 49 days, I had a chance to think. Then I started to journal. Then the journey started. Wow. The clarity I got from journaling kept getting better and better and better and better. Because when you get clear and you're not distracted by anything out there, there's plenty of distractions. Hey, everybody's trying to go after your attention. All the social media, all the Netflix, all the TV shows, everything's out there trying to get your attention. So if you don't take control of that, you won't have clarity in your life. So the more you lean in to thinking, journaling, planning, implementing, I do that every single day. I get up, I drink right before that, but I start thinking the dreams from the night before or that night. I start really pondering yesterday, what's coming up today. And when I start that, it starts a clarity wheel, a clarity that I've never had before. My dreams are more vivid. My thoughts are clearer. My goals are crisp. My journey is motivated. Because when you have hope and you have clarity and you have a process, a flow of that, I've completed well over 16 journals. I'm now keep leveling up that journey. So the journaling experience has led me to the bullet journal, to really indexing future logs, daily logs, looking at things to improve my book reading, my podcast consumption, all the things that make you better. And if you like Growth Day, which I have been doing for well over 2 years now, Brendon Bouchard certified me as a high performance coach. I practice clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, the 5 human high performance habits. I lean into Daniel Priestley because most people are thinking locally. Are acting locally when you have to think global. Because you, as my friend Brian Tracy, not my friend, I've read a lot about him. He once said, drop me in any city, and I can build a business. Now, this was probably before the internet. I feel that can happen here because you drop me in a city, I'm going to start meeting people. Those people are going to be interested because the conversation that I have, and they're going to look me up. And when they do, they find 5 pages of Google, pages, 500 podcasts, courses, different channels, all the content that gives them the opportunity to go on a journey with me. When people will go on a journey with you, there's an opportunity to know, like, and trust. Business is about trust. So when you look at the local, when you are acting local, you're playing in a sandbox of 20%. But when you start thinking global and you start thinking of the 80% of the people that don't know you, the opportunity of global opens up. I can look up any single person and know in 2-3 seconds what the internet says about them, whether it's through AI, Google, whatever. So if you're not intentionally building your profile, your reputation online, you being a key person of influence, then you're the best kept secret. And let me tell you, being the best kept secret is not a strategy. It's one that you're not realizing your potential to grow, your potential to have people go on a journey with you online. That's the 80% of the people that don't know you. So when you think of that, and I, before my stroke, had a small digital marketing agency, had part-time people, 5, doing various things. But when I had a stroke, I had it all on my shoulders. So nobody knew what to do. It was done. It was finished. My partner took a couple of my clients. The rest just kind of faded away in the sunset because I didn't have systems. I didn't have processes. I didn't have things working without me. Everything was about my way I did things. So when that happened, when that incident happened almost 4 years ago, it was over. The business was over. But I learned a lot through that. I learned that that can't happen again. You learn from your mistakes. Now I can go, leave. And I have 9 courses. I have a team. I only podcast, create courses, and high performance coach. That's it. I don't do all the other things. So if I decide to take off a couple weeks, the business doesn't stop because systems are set up. Trex and Orlando know what to do. The courses can create the revenue. And we still have a lot of work to do, but we're just getting started. So if you, and I'm motivated because I'm clear about the future. When you're clear, there's something magical that happens. The motivation comes from within because you know where you're going. You know what you're doing. So each day, I think, I journal, I plan, and I implement. I do that every day. So if you, as you get into 2026, the next year, if you're not clear of your future, you're not clear about what you're doing each day. Each day I listen to Daily Fire. Brenda Bouchard coaching me, the best in the world. I have Daniel Priestley with the online Key Person of Influence strategy. So all I do is podcasts, courses, and coach. Coach people to go through that journey instead of 3 years, do it in 3 months. So you have that opportunity. You're not sure about where you're going? Well, you better have this in mind. If you're not thinking about generating leads, you won't have cash flow, and you certainly won't have a thriving community. You'll have a hobby, or you'll have a business that's ready to go bankrupt. Leads are life. Leads are the life and blood of your business. Create demand. Put your supply in the right position because you got to create demand. That's everything. Look at the economy right now. They're printing like crazy. Our buying power keeps going down. And so if you don't create demand for you, your services, and deliver the best you can possibly deliver, and the people will tell people about it because you delivered 10x. I hear often people are members of BNI and they'll say, I got my money back. If marketing is all about getting your money back, you're choosing the wrong marketing. Choose 10x. Require every dollar to multiply by 10. If you do that, then your opportunity to grow, truly grow your business is beyond just getting your money back. So look for every dollar you spend on marketing to 10x. When you do that and you focus on your demand and you create the leads and you got the cash flow and you're building a thriving community, you got a healthy business. You got a bright future. So I want to give you a course. So my gift to you. All right. So when we look at this, let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Okay. I want you to have a global mindset. Have a global mindset. If you go to, let me see. Yeah. Okay. I put that up and let me put this banner up and it's the connect. Okay. So if you go to pkane.me/connect, I want to give you a free course, a course on high performance habits, 12 individual sessions, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Once you hit influence, it's going to invite you to a live coaching experience. So you can be in a group of 20 people, 5 veterans, 5 youth, and 10 people that want to be a key person of influence online. So scan the QR code and you can get this course. Use the word gift. That's my gift to you. The gift of clarity, the gift of energy, the gift of courage, the gift of productivity and influence. Because you learn these skills, you'll be a high performer. When you're a high performer, you're going to be motivated. So let's go back to, let me see, Okay, clarity. Okay, so you want to book a clarity session with us? Okay, let me get this. There we go. Let me see. There we go. I changed the QR code. So schedule a clarity session. 15 minutes long. There's some questions to answer. Then we'll focus on your clarity, your story, where you want to go. Because if you don't know where you go, any path will get you there. Well, it won't get you there, but any path will be your distraction. We talk about get off the busy bus and onto the purpose plane. Purpose plane is quiet and it goes to a destination. Bus is going to stop at every stop. It's going to be noisy, and you may get there eventually, but a plane's going to get there faster. You got to get there faster. AI changing the world. It's changing the world rapidly, and you have to get clear on what your path is. Because get clarity, you're motivated. Get high performance habits, you learn the skills to be and have a bright future. Get clear, and your future is bright. All righty. So remember these 3 things: generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. That's the essence of what you got to focus on. You have to be clear. Everything else has to be put aside. How are you generating leads? We do it through podcasting, courses, and coaching. We do it through our community, connecting people. So if you want to be a guest on our podcast, just go to pkane.me. Let me introduce you and your story to our community so you can start the process of a thriving community, generating leads, and creating cash flow. The opportunity is there. So you want to get motivated, get clear, book a clarity session, and be in a position when you hit 26, you're running and you're prioritizing and you're motivated and you have the right formula of generating leads, creating cash flow, and building thriving communities. So be bold,